Not bad. So fanning is short, long, isn't it? Fanning, fanning. Well done, everyone. We could breathe before the young Phoebus. So let's do streamers. The young Phoebus fanning. Knock off the tide note, in other words. Let's do it again, shall we? Page 19. Alles gut. They can see me. Good. Let's do it again. I know it says piano, but can it have a bit more of the spirit of kind of Jerusalem or something? It's a big tune with a capital T, this one. We should give the impression of going through after King. Well-appointed King at Hampton Pier breath. So if we can contrive to make that sound like it's one phrase that far. How about 2 bars in? 2 before 12. Let's go on, well done. Well done. This is not easy. We will go slowly and help you out, okay? So let's do first of all just the sopranos and the tenors, shall we, on the first page. So relax for a moment, basses and altos. I think we can breathe after fancies. Play with your fancies, and in them behold upon the hempen tackle ship boys climbing. And I like having, I think, both consonants of ship boys. So let's make both of those. It'll give us a nice articulation, I think. And the same breathing for the tenor. So breathe after fancies, breathe after tackle. So let's just do sopranos and tenors, shall we? Nice and slowly, nice and gently. So 3, 4, 1. Jolly good. So a couple of things to think about for both the sops and tenors. The third note, play with is one you're going to need to keep high. Play with your fancies. Keep that one high. And then the other thing that's difficult, I think, is the A natural on Behold sopranos, because Gavin's been playing A sharps all the way through the top line, and suddenly, and in them behold. So let's do it again, sopranos and tenors. Jolly well done. For now, disregard these piano markings. I'm very happy for you to sing a comfortable dynamic. I suspect in the end I'll be saying more in any case. So 3, 4, 1. Jolly well done, well done, well done. Tenors, I'm not sure you're quite getting down, to say this carefully, you're not quite getting down on the word tackle. Up on the hempen tackle, up on the hempen tackle. But let's go on. Should we do altos and basses on the next page? Just the altos and basses. Play with your fancies, page 22. 3, 4, 1. Hang on. So let the altos start. It's a canon, so let the altos start. 3, 4, 1. 1. Well done. So I think you've got the breathing right. Altos, we'll breathe after fancies, go through after behold, and then let's breathe the top of page 23. Play with your fancies and behold. What do we do? Basses. Breathe after fancies, and then after climbing before the repeat of Ship Boys. That'll work nicely. Should we do it once more, altos and basses? 3, 4, 1. Jolly well done. So altos, we just need to help you with and in them behold, and in them. Can I just see the altos at the very beginning, just the first 3 bars? 3, 4, 1. That's it. So some of you want to do da da dee, but it's da da da. Make sure you miss out a note. I think that'll be right the next time. So should we do the last bit with sopranos and tenors? Just sopranos and tenors on page 22 now. So sopranos, you've got a lovely long version of the same thing. Play with your fancies, and the tenors have it in a faster tempo. So from the second bar of page 22, just the sopranos and tenors. 1, 2. That's it, well done. So sopranos, and the last one, figure 14 exactly on the right hand page, is a nice flowing one. Play with your fancies. Let's do it once more with sopranos and tenors, and then we'll put the whole thing together. So same place, same people. 1, 2. Marvelous. We did all the 3 pages together. So page 21 from figure 13. Play with your fancies with everybody. 3, 4, 1. Once more for luck. Once more for luck. Very well done, really. I thought you'd find this harder. We're doing well. Play with your 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Well done. That's the next little paragraph. Shall we all just say this rhythm? 1, hear the shrill whistle. Let's just speak that rhythm. 3, 4, 1. Hear the shrill whistle. So let's do the word the really close to the word shrill. Hear the shrill. Let's not dilute that nice dotty rhythm. Pum, pa, pum, 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 tum, ta, tum, ta, ta. Do I need to grow or shrink or something? The shrill whistle. Am I inaudible?
Yeah, no, it's good. You're sounding beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You're all right. Good. Let's do page 24. Should we start again with sopranos and tenors? We seem to go in little teams here. So, hear the shrill whistle. 3, 4, 1. Well done. The second phrase is tricky, sopranos. So when you do whistle, the sul of whistle is lower than you began. Hear the shrill whistle, da, 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 da. And then go down a minor scale. Da, 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 da. Let's do that phrase first, sopranos. Shall we do the second bar of the page, just sopranos? And 1. Perfect. That's it. That's very, very good. I don't think we need to do that again. Let's do altos and basses. Which doth order give? So the bottom line. 3, 4, 1. Jolly well done. So altos, you've got a tricky one to find, haven't you? At the end of page 24, you're on an E. Then you have to jump up an augmented fourth. Yuck. Order give, hear the shrill whistle. That's tricky. Let's do the same people, same place, basses and altos on the bottom of page 24. 3, 4, 1. And. Super, that's very nice. So altos is perfect. Just know that you go up a semitone after whistle. But a whistle, whistle. You've been on G sharps, haven't you? That's why it's hard. With a shrill whistle, which. Da, 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 da. Let's try the whole thing, shall we? Everyone, page 24. 3, 4, 1. Plus. did you overshoot, some of you? It's a bit splashy. Can I just hit altos from the A sharp on page 25? So after 3, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Let's do it with everyone, and we'll go on this time. Page 24, one more time. Well read, everyone. 3, 4, 1. Very good. So you did wonderfully well for all the time that it was in B major. Wah, 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 wah. The place to watch out for is the last bar of page 26, isn't it? Where the D sharps turn into D naturals. So if you have a D natural in that bar, I suggest you circle it or something, because that's the little pivot point where we change key from B major and we start making for D major instead. Shall we have another go? Figure 15 with everyone, I think. This doesn't break down so well. 3, 4, 1. Super. And that's a C natural. Why not write yourself a C natural as a natural sign? With the wind. So it's just a semitone. Put a natural sign in front of it and then it'll be perfect. Altos, there's a really thrilling phrase on the page turn. With the wind born with. That turns into a wonderful ninth. So enjoy going from G sharp to the B natural. See if you can really sell that. Basses, if you can, I'm sure it's all doubled nicely in the orchestra. Plenty to B flat. Born with the wind born. That's again the note that changes the harmony. Should be rather thrilling there. Once more for luck, do we think? Figure 15 and 1. Very good. Altos, let's just do it by ourselves, not because I think you're getting the notes wrong, but I'd like you to be able to hear the harmony a little bit more clearly. I'm trying to be nice. Why don't you go from where you start, Altos? And 1. Very nice, that's it. So actually it's getting the placement of with as well, isn't it? Wind born with. Just the words catching you out there a little bit. And sopranos, also words and rhythms catching us a little bit on the invisible things. Born with the invisible. There are 2 G sharps. I think that's the key, isn't it? Should we just do sopranos on their own at the beginning of this one? 3, 4, 1. Lovely. Once you get into these lines, they're really good, you see. Page 26. 3, 4, Good. Now we're in the thick of it. You're doing very, very well. So, tenors and basses. This odd scale is basically D major, but there are G sharps. Wah, wah, da, 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 dee, da, ta, ta, da, dee, 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 dee. Let's do tenors and basses first of all, shall we? The first lot of drawing the armado. Last bar, top of 27, just the tenors and basses. 3, 4, 1. Very good. So you come together on that F, very nice. And enjoy this naughty G sharp. Draw thee, draw. A good vowel on thee will help us really to hear it. Good. Sopranos and altos, you have a different thing, don't you? Just have a go at yours. Draw, draw. And we've got what looks like A flat major, but then with a D natural. All whole tones, sopranos. So 3, 4, 1. Very good. So sopranos, the intervals at the beginning of this one are different. The first one, draw the art. Remember I said whole tones everywhere. The second one starts with a semitone. Draw the art. He doesn't make it easy, does he? Rule 1, repeat it the same. Should we do that again? The same people. Sopranos and altos, last 2 bars on page 27. Well done, everyone. 3, 4, 1. Not bad. So altos. Draw the armado. Indeed. You're going to have F sharps in your ears. I think that's the most helpful thing I can say. Draw the armada, draw. So you have to say to the tenors, no, you are wrong. Draw. Let's try it all together. It might almost be easier if you can hear the other parts. So, page 27, top line, last bar, tutti. 3, 4, 1. Very good. Let's do it one more time, Altus. I'm not sure you got the first note of the first one that time, did you? Can you hold on to your D in your head? Creeping wind, draw the armado. That might help. So why don't you sing? We'll go from the same place, but sing the word wind, ladies. So you know where you're coming from. Wind, draw. 3, 4. Well done, well done, well done, well done. For your reassurance, this is in my spreadsheet as pages blah to blah hard bit, okay? So don't worry, this is supposed to be difficult and I've allowed it time. This is the hardest bit of the hard bit. So if we can get around this corner, we'll be on the downslope. And then we're coming back to a big tune in a minute, hurrah. Right, shall we go back to our breasting the lofty surges? The end of page 28. So have a look at these, how they differ. Sopranos, the first one, wah, 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 with D flat. The second one with D natural. La, da, da, ta, dee. So that's the note to ring, that's what changes. Altos are a little bit easier, aren't they? It just goes in a different direction. And then the next one, look, starts the other way round. Instead of breasting, you go breasting. So they're all different. The notes are in a different order in the third one. Should we do sopranos and altos first of all? Tenors and basses, mull upon your lines. Breasting, 2, 3, 4. Well done, well done, well done, well done. Altos. This is a real harmonic kink. So you're moving from C flat to C natural. That is a change of note. Resting the lofty surge. We just do that, altos. Bottom line. Let's just get the feeling of that. It's a real jazz hands moment, the second bar. Resting. 3, 4. Very good, very good. So it needs to be as shiny and exciting as that. Well done. The first two were very good, I thought. Let's do them again. Sopranos now to figure 16 once again. Well done. 2, 3, 4. Just soft sonatas. Good, well done, well done, well done. Just one thing to say. Soprano's third note at the bottom line. It's another D natural. So some of you sang D flats very musically because you'd heard the altos do one. Resting the. So it's worth giving yourself an up arrow or a ring around that note to remind you. Good. Should we do tenors and basses, page 29? It's very similar, if not quite the same. So 3, 4. Well done, that's it. We'll do it once more for luck. So I think the hard thing for tenors and basses is that surge on the bottom of 29 is a short one. The lofty surge. Resting, should we make it into a crotchet and a crotchet breath? Once we're going a little bit faster than this, I think we'll need all of that time. And the same. So after all of these surges where you go straight into breasting, let's breathe. So sopranos and altos, bottom of 29. Second bar, let's take a whole crotchet off. Tenors and basses, the third bar, let's take the whole crotchet off. So there's plenty of time to think, or at least some time to think. I think we can risk putting that together from figure 16. So 2, 3, 4. Well done. This is a sort of don't try this at home Hollywood modulation. So, sopranos and altos, could you just listen to Gavin playing your lines, if you would, Gavin? Just the first 4 bars of page 30, nice and slowly. Good. So we start in E flat major, then we just slide up 1 to E major, and just when you've got comfortable, sopranos, then there's a D natural on the way down. Wah, 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 and we sink down. Let's just do those 4 bars, sopranos and altos, first of all, because this is the crunching moment of it. 3, 4, 1. Good, distinct potential. Well done. Should we help the altos? So let's do second altos first. Resting the lofty surge. It's rather good. So second altos alone. 3, 4, 1. Good. You know, you're on the English Channel in a storm in a great boat, feeling very, very noble. At the moment, I feel like you're in a little dinghy. So, resting the lofty. Watch where the sting comes. It comes on the second beat, yeah? Should we do it again, sort of nobilmente, second altos? 3, 4, 1. That's it. I think I sang a wrong note for you before. So, resting the Lord. Gavin played it right. So, A natural on the way down. Sorry before that. Good. First altos. This is quite heroic stuff, isn't it? Resting the lofty surge. But if I can do it, you can do it. 3, 4, 1. Yes, nearly. It's even higher than that. So just play it for us, Gavin. Oh. So going up and arpeggio of C minor, if you can. 3, 4, 1. Well done. That's it. Should we put it together with the sopranos as well? Sopranos and altos all together. Beginning of the page. Seconds for subs. And 1. That's it. So sopranos, resting the lofty. This one. One more time for luck. It was really rather good. And 1. Very nice. So all we need to add to that now is tenors and basses. The lofty surge, or the lofty surge. So from the second bar, tenors and basses. 3, 4, 1. That's it. The lofty research. One more time, tennis of bases. 3, 4, 1. Good, good. Now, let's put it together with a bit before. Can we go back to page 28, last bar, where this figure begins? And you're doing the marcato and the definition of this rhythm really well. So it does have that kind of questing, heroic feeling. And if you look at what Gavin will play in the piano part, he's not playing it now for very good reasons. He's helping you instead. But you can see the waves on the page, right? So the orchestra's doing great sort of wave noises, and we're resting the lofty. So sort of we'll see the kind of C picture kind of playing out. So still slowly. 3, 4. Jolly well done. Sopranos, careful not to overshoot at the end. Dancing. It's just a semitone from the top line to the bottom line. Another one of these moments where he kind of sidesteps. It ends up in a different key to the one you expect. We made it! Hey! Well done. So I'd love to go from figure 17. Figure 17. Shall we have another go from there? Oh, do not think you stand upon the rivage. Tenors, you've got, I think, rivage. What do we think? Rivage is a bit. Let's do rivage, I think, because later on we have, I don't know, sternage. Oh, dear. What do you think? I don't know. Does anyone actually know the right answer? Is it rivage? Sing what you like for now. I'll do some research this week. Good. Figure 17. So it starts with the tenors and basses. Coming in the second bar, sopranos and altos. 3, 4, 1. Very nice. And let's come off where it's marked. So two beats on sing, dancing, and a ng goes on the fourth beat. Can we help the altos? Altos, should we go from and behold a city, the top of page 13? Sorry, 31. It's been a long day. And behold a city. So 3, 4, 1. Same note. One and. That's it. So just remember to count 4 and then on note. 1, 2, 3, 4, dancing. First out is you're going to go up just a tone, aren't you? That's what he's trying to tell you with that little bracketed D flat. So if you change in your heads to it being a D flat halfway through the notes, then D flat to E flat is a bit easier to read. And it's just a semitone for the seconds. Dancing. I'm pretty sure the orchestra will make a filthy racket in E flat major at 18, so you'll have no choice but to end up on the right note there. Sopranos, altos, and tenor. In fact, everyone, second bar of page 32, can we put the S on the bar line, please? So billows on. It'll be cleaner if we put it on the bar line there. And the end of page 31, it's on the inconstant billows, isn't it? On the inconstant. So can you just write double E maybe over that so you don't go on the inconstant? On the inconstant. I actually quite like the little separation on the inconstant. Let's have a little so it doesn't sound like the inconstant. One more time, figure 17. I'm going to keep going this time, come what may. 4 more pages. 3, 4, 1. That's it, pick a note, any notes. Sopranos, you on the top B flats. To France. Yeah. So first should be going up the octave. If you've got the B flat, sing it. If not, sing the G. To France. Oh, it's good clean fun, isn't it? Enjoy this with a grapple. And should we have a really silly big rolled R? Grapple your minds to sternage. Very satisfying line. Cavaliers is a great rhythm. Cavaliers, rum-pa-pa-da. Little bit of fanfare in that word. Cavaliers. Should we do the big tune, figure 18? Bottom of page 32. 1 bar into grapple. Here we go. 3 and grapple your minds to sternage of its day. Super. And it's 3 beats, isn't it? 3 beats with apparently a crescendo through the note. How vulgar. Right. Well, before we break, should we try and get from A to B? Yeah. Or at least from Hampton somewhere into the Channel. So shall we stand up and go back to figure 11? We'll help you along, don't worry. So 2 bars before you start is enough. 2 bars before figure 12. Have a go, see what comes out. I really don't mind if you make mistakes. That's what rehearsals are for. Much better that you figure out, which way you got it wrong rather than you didn't try. So 2 bars before 12. And 1. And 1. Fantastic, well done. It's a thriller minute. Very good. Let's have notices and a little rest, shall we? Very good.
First of all, before I forget, welcome everybody. Lovely to see you. Nice to see some new faces here as well tonight. Special thanks to Luke for managing the live stream for one night only, but fear not, because we have Ali who's come here to see how to do it, and from now on he's going to be our regular technical director. And I'm sure those of you at home are even more grateful. I have to say that Ray's video last week was really good, and I've actually, been through the rehearsal again and found it really helpful. So I'm sure the people at home did too. So a couple of other things. First of all, we are continuing with our KCS COVID secure measures. So that does mean wearing masks when we're not singing and so on. It does mean taking a lateral flow test before you come. Now, what we're doing here is to keep ourselves and each other safe. It's nothing to do with Operation Save Big Dog, right? So we're therefore sticking to our own rules, and I think we'll make a decision when we feel secure enough not to impose them. But think about other people. If you're feeling a bit blasé about it, other people may not be. So I think we need to be considerate. The second thing is the quiz night. If you haven't already, please do sign up. It's a fundraiser for us. So it will help to swell the KCS coffers. If we raise £500, for example, we can fund a soloist and maybe even tune a piano. So that would be great. So it's also going to be a fun night. Remember, it's something you can do from the comfort of your own home in your slippers, on your sofa or whatever, or you can go out and join with friends. And if the reason you're holding back is because you don't know who you'd be in a team with, Sarah's collecting names and she will form lovely teams of people that will quiz happily together. So please do think of it if you haven't already done so and going for it. I think that's all I have to say. It is. So anyway, thanks, and let's have a bit of a relax after all that 5 minutes or so.
Great. Oh, great.
So it's actually that little, yeah. So that's the 12 section. Oh yeah. You just it's easy. It was lagging a little bit, so power, but so we did film a few years ago, and then on YouTube. There's a lot. I mean, last year we did this long. There's long views. Then you have to say and then you I'm the director, so I direct as a junior at the start of the documentary. And yeah, we just kind of started off like in an art college. Luckily, we were at like the right age where hire a camera really cheap and we got commissioned. Yeah. So it was almost like free. YouTube was there, but it wasn't no, we've done some fictional things, fiction. It's got like documentary elements, but it's in England they've got good amount a lot of farms that close down and kill their animals. So this the son of the farm. How did he do that? He's about yeah. Because Nora is my mother and her son, he wants to destroy his master. So he built the set. Yeah, right, yeah. But I saw really one of my mates was one of my mates is steady. A lot of it when there's a very and no, it's like it's I think quite famous like gangster. Yeah, it's a long shot of it, but it's done by having a steady camera. Yeah. So my friend, he's a steady camera. The boxing in Kingston, he'll shoot me. Enacted that story about that guy who's homeless and keeps his cat. And the cat went like free.
Wow. So some of them. What I was going to say was that they did leave a laptop here tonight.
And this is also application.
I need to install some applications because Windows, and I should install them, work with my phone and also with my laptop, and connect with each other, and then provide something that is not, I need to provide them.
The other thing is these leads. Are you all right to bring your tripod again, Pete?
Sorry?
Are you all right to bring your tripod again?
Yeah. Absolutely. In fact, do we still keep our key and things in the cupboard?
And Miller will know she puts on.
I'll check with Anne, but I guess the tripod just lives there.
Ask Anne. I think there'll probably be room for it. Anyway, the only thing is that one week the tea things were damaged.
Okay.
But that's only once in years and years and years.
So it's all going well, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Guys, can you just help me with one thing? When we finish, we've got a video. It's on YouTube. And it stays on YouTube.
I don't know actually. This is the first time I've ever done this.
Yeah, we'd ideally
Oh, I
like.
don't want to know that.
Yeah, I think before the rehearsals that we did were made available, and we'd ideally like them to be.
Yeah.
I think it kind of saves it because when I did one before as a test, there seemed to be like an option to save it, so I think you can.
Okay.
So if it doesn't just save it onto YouTube, I'll save it onto my desktop and upload it. But
Okay, great. There is a way I know that you can download YouTube video. And then I can put it on your website. When I get home, I see what the options are. So it's going well?
Yeah, that's all good.
Well done. And this is using the school Wi-Fi?
What's that?
Is that using the
It's
school
got Wi-Fi. So it's fine. It's going to need one school, but I think that's capacity as well. My 3-year-old son's like, can I watch it? Can I watch it? This might be a bit late.
Yeah. It might be a bit boring.
Yeah.
So you might listen to the first page.
Yeah.
That's terrific. So, always keep you two guys.
This is mine. But I think Anna can. It will be fine to do it. Yeah. If you set up your tripod, you don't need
If the choir, I think, own a camera and a microphone.
Really?
Ed Miller was the guy who is doing
I think for the quality of it, the phones are kind of like fine.
great.
Yeah.
I had a quick look up on the channel.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
And the sound good?
Yeah, the sound's good. Yeah. But I think you can just.
But is this your one?
Yeah, that's my mic. Yeah.
We must find out. Ali, do you have? You don't. Right.
But is it Debbie?
Yes.
Debbie was saying that they do have the next time when Ali comes, the caretaker to give Ali the microphone. The microphone is being USB. This is actually set up something else, but I don't know if that's it. But the one they've got here.
Okay. Well, maybe the microphone is too.
Yeah, I think it does.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
And that's probably slightly better mic because mine's quite directional, but that's like a room mic.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's either like that or like that.
Yeah. Great. Brilliant. Good on, guys.
Here's a sense of I think that's when you get like DOP. Yeah.
Okay, should we take our seats, ladies and gents? Okay. Let's do a little bit of rutter, please. Could we find the third movement, page 21, third movement? So this movement is largely for the soprano soloist. We just have little interjections we need to learn. So have a look at page 22. The top line is a soprano. The next line down is sopranos and altos. And then the next line down is tenors and basses. So just see where you see you are. We're in short score here. God, missing up even worse than you did. So should we try from the top of page 22? Top of page 22. So 2 bars before you sing sopranos and altos. Very nice. Let's put the M on that tied note. So put the M on the 4th beat, please. And the tenors and basses, I think, should get to breathe at the end of the top line. So sopranos and altos, just wait for the tenors and basses to breathe, and we can all enjoy that we sing together on the bottom line. It's always hard in this, I think, not to go domine in a sort of wooden way. Just feel that it's really melodic. It's about the tune more than going domine. Let's do it again. And that's a trap, isn't it? Repeat the last note. And again, let's put the M on the fourth beat of the bar. And this time it's the tenors and basses that need to wait for the breath at the end of page 23. Eis Domine, dona eis. So just wait a little bit for that breath, that would be lovely. Tenors and basses, we will sing the quaver on the bottom of page 23, but no longer, please. I think all it really means is don't come off in a dry way. Make sure you're still singing on the bar line. Eis Domine. Just make a bit of your own acoustic there. Let's go from the bottom line of page 23. Very nicely done. There we go. Sorry. Is that Richard notes? 1, 2, 3. Very nice. Let's jump ahead, shall we? How about the second bar of page 25? Not much to it, is there? Very well done. So these last two bars, when we go into the longer notes, the sempiternum, every time, in fact, I suggest that we really think again about singing a tune, really joining the notes up, but also about bright vowels. So we don't go sempiter, but sempiternum requiem. Can we just do the bottom line one more time? Just sounds a little grumpy otherwise. 2 and 3. Very nice. And sopranos now, we will take a breath after Domine. And probably the soloist will do as well. So if we all breathe at the same point there, it's kind of a bit superhuman, that bottom line otherwise. Very nice indeed. We will come back to Rutter later, but can we go to the Vaughan Williams, please? And let's look at page 8. Page 8. I know it's not, oh soul. So it starts the same as what you learned last week, and then it diverges. So here's page 8 is 1, 3, 4. I know it's not, oh soul. I know it's not, oh soul. Hey, well done, well done. Lots of very, very good things, and it's kind of there in some memories as well, which is lovely. Can we start at the end and work backwards? So, the crucial thing, sopranos and altos, you don't end where you begin here. That inaccessible land, wah, 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 is the outline of that phrase. The same in the tenors and basses. That inaccessible land. Actually, you do end up where you started, but you go for some rather odd places on the way. So let's do the bottom line, and then we've knocked that one off. So that's inaccessible land, sopranos and altos. 1, 2. Very nice. Now you've got the right notes. Now the last note of both of your phrases is a little bit too low. That inaccessible land, that inaccessible land. Let's try again. Pretty good. 1, 2. Much better, much better. And I'd even think actually the sybil of inaccessible is another one to think high. That inaccessible. And let's sing sybil, shall we, as in the name, rather than inaccessible or anything like that. Accessible, sybil. I think it'll be easier to keep that in tune. Well done. Well, that's the end done. Let's go back to page 8. I know it's not awesome. So, 3, 4. I know it's not awesome. I know it's not awesome. Closer, just listen to it once, Rose, much closer. Just listen to that phrase. So it's actually really, really close to E natural, da, 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 dee, da. Keep those wonderfully close together. Lovely. Altos, this is one of the great phrases. Da, 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 full of warmth and love and ardor and aspiration and good. Shall we go from the where it starts to move forwards, from the bases? Always on the line. So, bottom of page 8, last 2 bars. 1, 2. tenors, do you think it's possible to have a little bit more right at the beginning? All is a blank, all is a blank. Is it about finding the notes? No, it shouldn't be because you finished on it. I'm sure that'll be fine. Right at the end of page 8, just where we began. All is a blank. Just so we hear you begin against the basses. Then first altos, page 9, last bar of the top line. I think some of you are going a little bit too high for the A flat. All is a blank before us. So you sang A natural already, and then A flat. Well done, sopranos, for the tricky notes. Very nice. Basses and altos. Second bar, bottom of 9. Let's make sure we hear you begin. I know it not. All is a blank. I always think that should be like a pair of French horns. Has to have that kind of firmness to get through the texture. Very good on page 10, the little turn to C flat major, very impressive. And then again, altos and basses, nice and firm, the beginning of all is a blank, after the pianissimo, back to mezzo forte. One more time from the bottom of 8, well done everyone. All is a blank. So there's your G tenors, 1, 2. All is a blank. All is a Good. Let's talk you through this. It's very good. You followed brilliantly well. Sopranos, you then went double speed. So I have to give all weights for the tenors and basses, but you have 4 notes. 4 notes, 4 beats. Beats, that's what they're called. 4 beats before you move on to weights. So weights, 4 beats before. Oh God. Right, yes. I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, 4 in my score there. So altos, you did it really well that time. The allegando bar takes a long time. Ra pa 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 1. Always. And I suggest you start a good strong mezzo piano. Always hungry. And then it's easier to make a sort of striking diminuendo. Don't diminuendo too early either. Well done. Let's go from the last bar of the top line on page 10, I think. I remember these transitions being very hard. All is a blank. 3, 4. Well done. Few things here are hard. So altos, you don't copy the sopranos. In that region. You're going to feel like you want to go in that region, which is what the sops do. And you'll hear Gavin play that, but you stay on the F. In that region. It is still F natural, isn't it? That is right. Yes. Have you got something different there? No. Good. Tenors and basses. I have marked from last time, in fact, everyone on this page, I've marked mezzo forte in place of piano. And I guess I had a reason for it. In that region, let's just have a little bit more presence. This bit should sound like we're kind of groping around musically. That is right. But I think the music does most of the work for us. So I don't want you to have to sing gropily. Sopranos, excellent counting on the bottom of page 11. Now you know where you are. Let's do the crescendo where it says. That's quite a big one because the orchestra suddenly go ra-ta-ta-ta underneath you there. So you sort of give them the impulse for their little swirl that they play at letter K. So don't be shy, in other words. But please don't sing of too long. Undreamed of. Get rid of it. You should be gasping for air by then anyway. Why don't we go from the altos, top of 11? Forwards. So 3, 4, 1. Yes, good. Undreamed of. They're both a little bit flat, those notes. I know this is very hard. For now, take as many breaths as you like in this phrase. Just don't all breathe before undreamed. Always undreamed of. If you need to, it's fine, provided you don't do it at the same time. Good. Let's do the bottom line exactly, shall we? So with the downbeat, so the bottom line of page 11. 3, 4. Dream. Yes, that's it. Now, it's pretty hard, I think, sopranos now is to find the first note of page 12. Sopranos, the trick is to hang on to the note you sang on of, isn't it? Dreamed of, dreamed of, in. Do you think you can manage that? It's hard because stuff happens as well. Altos, if you can hold on to your G and go up one note. See what I mean? I know there's stuff in the middle, but just blot that out. Why don't we go from letter K? Dreamed of. Let's just go from there. Altos, you're already holding onto the G in your head. Letter K, just for brilliance. 3, 4. That's it. And then sopranos notice you were so proud of it, you held it on too long. In that region. Altos, can we move the diminuendo? So don't start diminuendoing until you're on the second syllable. So let's not do region, but region. There's plenty of time to put the diminuendo, I think, during the E. It's really nice to hear you change notes, in other words. And I suggest you sing region, earn, like the T earn that sadly I don't have right now. Yeah? So it's not region, but region. Maybe write URN or something above that. Good. Same business. Let's do letter K. We've nearly done it. Letter K. Dreamed of. 3, 4. Well done, well done, well done, well done. What I'd love to do now is go all the way back to the beginning of the piece, including the bit you did last week. I think with some of these complex things, it's good. I won't rehearse them greatly. You know, I won't do them in detail 2 weeks in a row, but if we can just keep the memories fresh, then hopefully we won't get that thing of coming back in week 5 and it's like we never opened it. So let's go from 2 bars before you start. Darest thou now, O soul. 2 bars before you start. 3 and 4. Well done. Very nice. Let's do that one more time. Very nice. Let's do letter C again. So, North East Wind, be ready to shine that out. It's lovely so far. Really good. Letter C. Nor touch. And 1. Nor touch. Wow. Very good. And when you get there, it's quite short, isn't it? 1, 2, off. Really, really good. Just on the top of page 6, let's keep it warm a little longer. I know there's lots of long notes here. I felt like sopranos and altos, we were rather flagging on hand and human in the second bar. Just keep some warmth in the sound. Altos, aim for the change of note, I would. More touch of human. If anything but a crescendo through the long semi-brief. And then the third bar, this is for everybody. The third bar on page 6, lips and hand are short, aren't they? Nor lips, nor lips. Let's really get that feeling, because then the altos do it differently. They do a long version. So nor lips, nor lips. It's really nice to hear those separately. Let's just do that little corner, shall we? Oh, how can you start? Oh, no. Let's just start directly on page 6. It's a terrible place for everybody. At least it's equal. So 3, 4. Well done, that's super. Let's just jump forward a little bit. Last 2 bars of page 7, tempo del comincio. To be continued, very good. A few bits and bobs, but there's always, it's nice to have room for improvement with a few weeks to go. Well done. Let's finish with some more rutter piece. We look at the Sanctus, page 27. Well done for that one. Sanctus, Sanctus, Sanctus. So sopranos, and I think we all get this figure at some point, put the S's on the quavers. Sanctus, Sanctus. Whether or not you need to breathe, just a nice tidy S on the quaver. It's a bit of Chichester Psalms in this, I reckon. Well done. Amazing what you can do with little cannons, isn't it? There's not much to it. Just the same music, a beat apart, and everyone has fun. Good. Let's go back to the beginning, shall we? Sanctus, Sanctus. See what I mean about that little rhythm? Whenever it comes, Sanctus, Sanctus. A little separation is nice, and then we hear there are 3 Sanctuses, as there should be.
Andrew,
Yes.
on page 29,
Yes.
the last 2 bars, on the third section there, that's an alto line.
Exactly, thank you. Yeah. So on page 29, split soprano, right? And then altos are the lowest line. And tenors don't do anything then until on page 30, the 3rd bar. Shall we have another go? Glockenspiel, it's all twinkles and so. So let's just count carefully. Sanctus, Dominus Deus, and let's put that T where it's written. So I won't put it early. We'll have the T where it's printed. Good. And again, not bad. 2. Very good. Well done. So it's a question of counting, isn't it? Ladies, 1, 2, 3. Da, 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 da. It's just quite hard to count that tied note. Altos, try not to sound surprised. I think it's a little sort of it's a little kind of reference to the Fauré Requiem that the altos don't do anything for ages in the Sanctus. Be ready, ladies, uns It's a nice kind of upholstered sound, if you can. Let's go directly where the altos start. Letter A, the bottom of page 28. 2 and 3. That's it. And we have to repeat that tua, yeah. Tua, tua. I think it's quite nice not to breathe as you did. So tua, tua if you can. But breathe somewhere during the phrase after, that's fine. Pleni sunt. Should we just use the ni sunt as a little more marcato? So it's not pleni sunt, but pleni sunt. Then we'll hear those nice fourths. Star Trek fourths. Here we go. 2, 3. Pretty good. Hands up, second sopranos. Good. I should hear a little more. Ozana, 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 Ozana. So we get that wonderful overlapping thing going on. Make sure we hear both parts then. Let's go from there. Bar 18, where the sopranos split. 1, 2, 3. It's not his finest hour in word setting. Benedictus. Just having Benedictus. So this one's got a little bit more line, I reckon. So less, I asked you before for play the soncha, but then this one I think Benedictus. Enjoy the length of the vowels if you can. Even in qui venit in no, rather than qui venit in no, it's easy to kind of chew that one a little bit. Let's go from the Benedictus. Let us see. And then when we get to D tenors, really kind of interrupt. Hosanna! Get bored of the piano at that point. Here's let us see. 2 and 3. Everyone, I've been asked to say we need to leave the school site as promptly as we can. There's now a private security company that locks up, and Marius is trying to make sure that they don't lock us in, but we can help by not being here. Thank you very much. Thank you, Gavin. Marvellous. Thank you.